Okay, boom. That's going. I'm like sweating. You know what the fuck is going on. Come on. Let's get a round of applause for the microphone. Yep. Also, I don't know if any of y'all can tell, but my makeup that I did is kind of coming off on the corners of my eyes. So we're just gonna do our best to what? Go with it. Yep. Hello. Hello. Am I back? I was trying to adjust my setup and completely knocked over my mic. Yes, I really do love that. I really do love that for me, actually. Also, I really just think it's truly legendary how Lady Gaga once said, "Baby is so sexy that he should win an Oscar," and then won an Oscar 10 years later. Just true icon behavior. Everyone take notes. Everyone take notes. Hello, willing viewer. Welcome or welcome back. Hi. For those of you who don't know me, I'm what happens when you run Sims 3 on max graphics on a laptop with a broken fan, otherwise known as August Jasper. But my friends call me Goose. If you subscribe right now, for every new subscriber I gain, I will kidnap a member of the church so that I can staple their eyes open so that I can force them to watch video phone for all of eternity.
We did it, honeybee. Now let's go far, far away from here.
You promise we'll never come back?
I promise.
"2009 was a year. I would say it was definitely a year that we've had, if not one of the years that we've had, for sure. It was a time when social media, as we would begin to know it today, was beginning to blossom, for better or for worse. It was a time when the website you're watching this on was really beginning to take off, with a lot of the memes from around that time having originated from media uploaded onto it. It's really full circle. It was a time when a 9-year-old Goose was having a mental breakdown after seeing Lady Gaga simulate her own death on September 13th, 2009 at the 2009 VMAs. It sure was a year, alright? That same year, though, we would see the beginning of literally the greatest pop collaboration of the past 20 years. I don't care what you have to say about it. Argue with the wall. That collaboration was between the previously mentioned Lady Gaga and Beyoncé. Beyonce! But first, some background on these two legends. If you don't feel like hearing me info dump, feel free to skip to this timestamp. But if you do, thanks for sticking around. Love you.
Talented, brilliant, incredible, amazing, show-stopping, spectacular, never the same, totally unique, completely not ever been done before, unafraid to reference or not reference, put it in a blender, shit on it, vomit on it, eat it, give birth to it.
Stephanie Joanne Angelina Germanotta was born on March 26, 1986 in New York, New York. You know, she's an Italian girl from New York.
I'm just a Italian girl from New York.
But I'm an Italian girl from New York. It's just an Italian girl from New York. A young Italian American girl from New York.
Is that I'm Italian and from New York?
Good Brooklyn Italian girl.
But she is known professionally as Lady Gaga. She's an American singer, songwriter, and actress, and is known for her image reinventions and musical versatility. And that's just from the first two sentences of her Wikipedia page. Prior to her mainstream debut, Stephanie already logged musical experience and successes. In the early years of her career, she formed a band called the Stephanie Germanotta Band, or the SG Band for short, and they became very well known in the Lower East Side club scene.
We're Stephanie Germanotta Band. Listen, I've got the sickest ambition.
At a big showcase for new songwriters, Stephanie would meet Wendy Starland, who would recommend her to a man named Rob Fusari. Rob would travel to New Jersey every day so that they could collaborate, and soon the name Lady Gaga was born, which was derived from Radio Gaga by Queen. As they developed her music and established a company to promote said music, they would send their songs to record execs, which led to Gaga being signed to Def Jam in September 2006. But unfortunately, she was dropped 3 months later. Don't worry though, because Miss Gaga was about to make them feel real stupid. Roughly 8 months after Gaga was dropped from Def Jam, she would perform at Lollapalooza 2007 with Lady Starlight, with whom she performed their art piece, Lady Gaga and the Starlight Review. While they were performing said piece, Rob Fusari continued to develop Gaga's material and sent them to more record execs, which caught the attention of founder of Interscope Records imprint, Streamline Records, Vincent Herbert, who Gaga would later credit as being the man who discovered her. She would be signed to Streamline in November of 2007, 11 months after being dropped from Def Jam. 11. After being signed, Gaga struck a music publishing deal with Sony ATV, now known as Sony Music Publishing. Towards the end of the decade and the beginning of the next, she would go on to write songs for artists you might know, such as New Kids on the Block, Adam Lambert, you know, that guy from American Idol, the Pussycat Dolls, and there's someone I'm forgetting. Oh yeah, Britney Spears. Also around that time, Gaga's musical talent caught the attention of Akon, who convinced Interscope Geffen A&M Records CEO Jimmy Iovine to form a joint deal by having Gaga sign with Akon's label Con Live. And in late 2007, she met songwriter-producer Red One, who you might know as the co-writer and co-producer behind some of the songs off of Gaga's debut album, The Fame. And she was also signed to another imprint of Interscope, Cherry Tree Records, established by songwriter-producer Cherry Boom Boom, who Gaga also co-wrote 4 songs with that ended up on The Fame as well. And this would all take place in an era where Gaga would be told that her music was just too racy, too underground, too dance-oriented to go mainstream. And she shut that shit down. My name is Lady Gaga. I've been on the music scene for years, and I'm telling you, this is what's next. And you know what, dear viewer? She was right. Lady Gaga is always right. By 2008, Gaga had moved to Los Angeles to finish The Fame and to establish the House of Gaga, her creative team. And on August 19th, 2008, The Fame was released.
Yes, Gaga, you look so good.
It reached number 1 in Austria, Canada, Germany, Ireland, Switzerland, and the UK, as well as top 5 in the US and Australia. Why it didn't crack number 1 here? I'm not sure. Not only did the first 2 singles off the album, Just Dance and Poker Face, reach number 1 in the US, even though the album didn't. Also in Australia, Canada, and the UK, but Poker Face became the world's best-selling single in 2009. Not just in the US, not just in the UK, not just in insert country here. The world. Although, depending on who you ask and which sites you go to, I did double check this. Some say it was Boom Boom Pow by the Black Eyed Peas that was the best-selling single of 2009, but others say it was Poker Face. I don't know. After opening for the Pussycat Dolls in Europe and in Oceania for their Doll Domination tour, remember how Gaga has a songwriting credit on one of their songs? Gaga went on to headline her first tour, the Fame Ball Tour, from March to September of 2009. You know what else happened in September of 2009? Throughout the Fame Ball Tour, she wrote 8 songs that would later become a reissue of the Fame, an EP titled The Fame Monster, released on November 18th, 2009, which features singles such as Bad Romance and Telephone. So that's what Gaga was up to prior to the pop collaboration of the century. What was our Lord and Savior Beyoncé up to before then? Let's find out.
You are Beyoncé.
And
Beyoncé Giselle Knowles Carter was born on September 4th, 1981. I don't need to tell you much else because you already know who she is. I don't even need to call her by her full government name in order for you to know who she is. Shit, I literally don't even need to use the last 2 syllables of her first name in order for you to know who she is. She owns the second letter of the alphabet. It's Beyoncé. Beyoncé, Destiny's Child alum, the one whose Wikipedia page not only has a redirect to 2 whole other Wikipedia pages for the awards and nominations received by and separately from Destiny's Child, but also said solo page for said awards and nominations has a numerical and alphabetical key. And that doesn't even include the state honors and world records that she's received. Beyoncé, the one who still holds 11 of the 16 world records that she's received in the past 14 years. Yeah, that one, that Beyoncé. At the same time that a 21-year-old Lady Gaga was performing at Lollapalooza 2007, a 25-year-old Beyoncé was in the middle of her 3rd concert tour, the Beyoncé Experience, which accompanied her 2nd studio album, B-Day, which won 5 different awards that year. I'm just saying.
First of all, you're nothing but a trashy hoe. Second of all, you suck dick. Third of all, you're not a boss ass bitch. You're a boss ass trashy hoe.
At the same time, not only did she conduct pre-concert food donation drives at 6 of the major stops on the Beyoncé Experience tour, but she also found time to release a deluxe version of B-Day, which featured 5 additional songs and was accompanied by a visual album on a DVD, the B-Day Anthology Video Album, which gave us 13 music videos that were all filmed in the span of 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Did I mention that she was on her 3rd concert tour while this was happening? Beyoncé, I really just can't stand you. I can't stand you. I really can't. She also had her first 2 acting roles the year before, starring in The Pink Panther and Dreamgirls. Don't you love when your live view just stops working for some reason? So you have to manually get your camera to stop recording? Lovely. I love that so much. Between then and when Lady Gaga and Beyoncé would collaborate for the first time, the latter would release her third studio album on November 18th, 2008, just a year after concluding the Beyoncé Experience Tour, and exactly a year before Gaga would release the Fame Monster. I Am Sasha Fierce features Beyoncé staples such as If I Were a Boy, Halo, and Single Ladies, Put a Ring on It. You know, I don't know if you guys know Single Ladies. Around the same time, Halo became her longest running Hot 100 single in her entire career up until that point. And Single Ladies had a music video that sparked a viral dance craze, the first of its kind. You know, years before TikTok would try to attempt the same thing every few weeks. I Am Sasha Fierce also features singles such as Sweet Dreams, Broken Hearted Girl, Ego, Diva, and Video Phone. Let's hear some applause for Video Phone. And then, of course, the following year, the 2009 VMAs happened, and we all know how that night went.
Lyle, wake up! You gotta wake up, please!
Lyle, turn on the TV! They hit the Pentagon! They hit the fucking Pentagon!
So now, here we are. I hope that at this point, we're well acquainted with these two beautiful women and their careers up until this point, because now there's no going back. You actually signed a contract. I have it in writing here somewhere. Video Phone by Beyoncé was at first released as a solo single in September of 2009. I'm actually hoping that this video will be released on the anniversary. If not, that's fine. I'll just be a little disappointed, but it's fine. The following month, in October of 2009, it was confirmed that B and Gaga were working on a music video together. Later that month, during an interview with Z100, Gaga would say this about working with B. When I was doing her video with her, she called me and she said, "What do you want to do?" And I'm like, I don't want to show up in some freaking hair bow and be fashion Gaga in your video. I said, I want to do you. I want to do my version of Beyoncé. So the whole time I was learning the choreography, they were calling me G-Yoncé. In another interview with MTV News, Gaga said, "What I was excited about is with B, I had no ego. Neither of us had an ego. It wasn't about competition. It was about like, man, let's give the world what they want. Let's do a real girl power collaboration where we support one another." I said, I want to do you in your video and I want to tribute you. I want to dress up like you. And Hype Williams was so excited. He was like, Gaga, I want no makeup on your face. It was really stripped down. Real Beyoncé hair, and we wore the same outfit in the video, and I paid tribute to her. I wanted to work with her because this was an era for her in her career where she defined herself aesthetically. And that should be applauded that a woman did that. She's so great at what she does. That she is, Gaga, that she is. It was interesting to see them in a time where, like, you could tell that, you know, Beyoncé was really beginning to step into that icon spot, and Lady Gaga was like still skyrocketing. And so for Gaga to not only pay tribute to her, but to have Beyoncé, like literally that's Beyoncé behind you and supporting you and appearing on one of your songs, like that's crazy. That's crazy. I know Video Phone is Beyonce's song and Telephone is Gaga's song, but like, come on. A month after the collaboration was confirmed, on November 17th, 2009, the day before I Am Sasha Fierce would be released, began the first half of the greatest pop collaboration of the century, with the release of the extended remix of Video Phone featuring none other than Lady Gaga herself, with a music video uploaded to YouTube alongside it. As much as I would love to sit here and play this music video, as well as each and every video and song mentioned here today, Columbia and Parkwood Entertainment, They don't fuck around when it comes to copyright. So I'm just gonna read the synopsis. I'm just gonna read the Wikipedia synopsis, show some screenshots, and intercut where I need to. Okay? Alright. The video begins with Knowles walking down an alley, accompanied by several men in suits, which is a Tarantino reference, but I'm just gonna pretend I do not see it. As the main section of the song begins, cameras zoom in on Knowles as she dances in a black and white latex leotard while holding sunglasses with hand signals on them. This fucking look, you guys, I'm gonna show y'all the screenshots because like y'all are gonna see them, but I have seen this video so many times that I can literally just picture the look in my head. It was so iconic. It was, oh, this is only the beginning. This is only the beginning of the video. This is only the beginning of the synopsis. I'm like dying. When the first verse begins, Knowles seductively dances for two men who have cameras as heads. I mean, come on. Doesn't that description alone make you want to go watch Video Phone? Another scene shows her teasing men with futuristic toy guns while wearing a skin-colored latex top. No one talk to me. During Gaga's verse, she and Knowles appear wearing white leotards. They both sing to the camera while shooting more toy guns in open fire. This is the verse where we get the "baby is so sexy that he should win an Oscar" line that I mentioned at the beginning. Knowles next brandishes a bow and fires arrows at a cameraman who's strapped to a rotating dartboard. Okay, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. I might try to sneak in like a couple seconds of this next part. Oh my god. She and Gaga, now in front of a white backdrop, perform a synchronized dance together, with Gaga wearing a pair of yellow Louboutin heels. This dance. I'm sure y'all see the flag that's behind me. I'm sure you've gotten a glimpse. But if this video didn't turn me into this, I'm not sure when it would have happened. But at that point, it really became inevitable, you know? Knowles then appears dressed as an homage to Betty Page while handling several different firearms. Honestly, what did I call them? Several different firearms. Several. Not just multiple. Several. SEV, oral. Several. Throughout the video, the two singers fire their guns and arrows at men. Honestly, icon behavior. Truly. Wow, can't believe that Lady Gaga and Beyoncé invented the term girl boss. That's so crazy. The video ends with Knowles shooting a gun while perched upon a stationary motorcycle and surrounded by images from the start of the video. Yup. Yup. Absolutely. The earth started spinning and revolving in reverse as a result of that, actually. But that's not all, folks. Don't go anywhere yet. Because that's only the first half of this collaboration. Okay, we still have the second half to cover. Next up, we have Telephone by Lady Gaga featuring Beyoncé. It picks up where the paparazzi video left off, which at this point, if you haven't seen it, did you really even exist in 2009? Like, really sit and ask yourself. Watch someone be watching this video in like 2050. Like, no, I didn't exist in 2009. That was 40 years ago. But at the end of that video, Gaga got revenge on her shitty boyfriend by poisoning him and then called 911 to turn herself in. That's all you need to know for the context of the beginning of this video, okay? The Telephone video, which is over 9 minutes long and premiered on Vivo on March 11th, 2010. Y'all remember Vivo? Picks up after that with Gaga being taken to a women's prison. Interscope don't play around either. So I'm just going to be going about this the same way I did with Videophone, by reading the synopsis of the music video on Wikipedia, showing some screenshots, and cutting in when I need to. Okay? Thanks. Gaga is taken to a women's prison, where she is led to her cell by 2 prison guards who strip her of her shoulder-padded dress and leave her lying naked while she is mocked by the other women prison inmates. One of the guards comments, "I told you she didn't have a dick," referring to the rumors that Gaga is intersex. It's interesting to think about that being a rumor at that time, or really at any point, because no matter what marginalized group you're a part of, no matter what intersection of those identities you live at, you have at least one experience of people wanting to get close enough to be fascinated and entertained by you, or to use their proximity to you to their advantage, but not enough to actually respect you or treat you with basic human decency. And then in addition to that, when you continuously preach a message of love and self-expression and provide a safe space for those marginalized communities, whether you're a part of them or not, you know, Gaga herself is a bisexual woman, people who are uncomfortable with that will perpetuate even more harm against you and other marginalized communities in order to make themselves feel better because they're big babies. Just something to think about. For the video's first 3 minutes, it shows Gaga's activities in the prison, including kissing a lesbian prisoner in the exercise yard while secretly stealing the prisoner's cell phone, featuring a Virgin Mobile ad placement that we see throughout the video, wearing sunglasses made out of half-smoked cigarettes, and watching catfights in the commissary. Gaga's younger sister, Natalie Germanata, makes a cameo in the commissary scene. After that, Gaga answers a call from Beyoncé and begins to sing the song. She performs the first verse and chorus with other scantily clad inmates and texts Beyoncé on the cell phone, thanking her for bailing her out, followed by a bridge featuring Gaga wearing a yellow caution tape outfit designed by Brian Lichtenberg. See, Brian Lichtenberg, I don't know what we really did to deserve this. I really don't know. I'm not sure at all what any of us did to deserve being blessed with the literally when anyone thinks of telephone. Okay, I feel like there are at least 2 to 3 Gaga looks in the telephone video that come to mind when you think of the telephone video. It's the part at the beginning where she's just in like the bra and panties, the half-smoked cigarette glasses, and it's the yellow caution tape look. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Why are you booing me? I'm right. I'm wrong? You're gonna look at me and you're gonna tell me I'm wrong? And what was her sister? A witch! Gaga is bailed out of prison and exits to find Beyoncé waiting for her in the pussy wagon. Beyoncé is nicknamed Honeybee, a reference to the character Honey Bunny. After an exchange of dialogues, Gaga and Beyoncé travel through the desert and pull over at a diner. Beyoncé sits opposite to her boyfriend, Bobo, played by Tyrese, and after a quip of silent dialogue, she puts poison in his drink, but it does not kill him like she had hoped. The video later shifts to an intermediate sequence called Let's Make a Sandwich, where Gaga stands in a kitchen wearing a folded up telephone on her head while dancers cavort around her holding salad tongs and assorted cutlery. Ultimately, Gaga prepares a sandwich using Miracle Whip in another ad placement and eats it after a dance sequence. In the meantime, Gaga mixes poison into all of the dishes that she's preparing for the unsuspecting customers, causing Bobo and everybody else, including characters played by Semi-Precious Weapons and her Great Dane Lava, to die. Gaga and Beyoncé perform another dance sequence wearing American flag-inspired garments and shredded denims while strutting around the dead bodies. Come on! Gaga and Beyoncé leave the diner in the Pussy Wagon and travel on a highway as a news reporter reports the horrifying murders at the diner. The final shots show Gaga and Beyoncé traveling through the desert with police sirens wailing in the background. Oh, and would you look at that? To be continued. Otherwise known as the biggest lie in pop culture history, aside from Milli Vanilli. I love my moms. So, what have we learned here today, dear viewers? Well, dear viewer, you have just learned about quite possibly the greatest pop collaboration of the past 20 years. And you know, I might even go as far as to say that, you know, it might be the greatest pop collaboration of all time. I think I'm going there. We all know where Beyoncé and Lady Gaga went after this collaboration. We all know what happened to them. I feel as though their collaboration was the perfect intersection of where they were in their careers. Because, you know, like I mentioned earlier, Beyoncé was at the point of just really stepping into that legend, that icon, you know, really stepping into that. And Lady Gaga was, you know, just beginning, just getting there. But she still had such like a monumentous debut. You heard me earlier, okay? That bitch's debut album reached #1 in 6 countries, okay? Not many pop girlies, especially nowadays, can say that, okay? Not many. And it just seemed like the perfect spot before they diverged. You know, Lady Gaga would go on to make albums like Born This Way and Art Pop and Joanne, and Beyoncé would go on to make 4 and Beyoncé and Lemonade, and she was in fucking live action Lion King. Okay, well, live action CGI, but still, it was the perfect collaboration to sort of pass that torch, essentially, but also not just passing the torch, sharing the torch, you know, bringing pop music out of the 2000s and into the 2010s. And you know, we already know that Lady Gaga has been doing it for the pop girlies from the moment she came through the door. And so, yeah, you know, Lady Gaga may not exactly be on Beyonce's level, but also, who is on Beyonce's level other than Beyonce, you know? So, I really just wanted to take a trip down memory lane, because it's not just that they came together to create great music. They came together so that Lady Gaga could pay tribute to Beyoncé, but also so that Beyoncé could pass on knowledge to Lady Gaga, because Beyoncé was already extremely well established at that point. Beyoncé was well established from go, but also so was Lady Gaga, and it was beautiful. It was a beautiful combination, and I'm just so excited about this collaboration. I really hope that You know, maybe, you know, in the next few years, if their paths, you know, converge, I think it's converge. If their paths intersect, who knows? Who knows? Shit, we might not get video phone 2.0 or telephone 2.0, but bitch, we could get something so much better. That's crazy. Anyway, that is it for this video. If you liked it, please give it a like, please spare a like for a poor orphan boy. Also, don't forget to subscribe down below and click that motherfucking bell so that you can know every single time I upload a video, which is probably gonna be a month or two apart at this rate. Let's keep the trend going, y'all. Don't forget, for every new subscriber I gain, I will kidnap a member of the church so that I can force them to watch a video phone for all of eternity. So make sure to do that. And also comment down below, which of the two do you prefer? Do you prefer video phone or do you prefer telephone? Yeah. Yeah. Let's stir some shit up in the comments, okay? But yeah, I love you. And I hope you guys are having a good day. And yeah. Now, if y'all will excuse me, I'm gonna go single-handedly get video phone to 1 billion views on YouTube. Bye!